Hey everyone, quick video today. So when is MindMed gonna pop? When is mind medicine gonna pop? Obviously, I can't tell you that. I don't know because I don't know the future. I can't predict the future. If I could, I wouldn't be, hedging and taking a diversified position. I would be taking a far more concentrated position in MindMed specifically. But if I knew when anything popped, my positions would be far more concentrated than they are now. So I am taking an incredibly concentrated position in psychedelic stocks in general. In particular, MindMed is one of them, but my play is just in the entire sector, so it's a sector-wide play. Watch my previous videos to learn more. But so that's kind of my approach. Obviously, this isn't financial advice, this is infotainment only. But basically, the situation is that there needs to be a catalyst for MindMed to pop. There does need to be a catalyst. For MindMed or any of these psychedelic stocks to pop, really, I think you're going to need a an overall catalyst in the sector. Now, I think it's either going to be all of them pop at once with one of these catalysts, or the group that's like reputable will pop, and then the ones that have balance sheet issues, management issues, actual science issues that are not really gonna be big players here, that are kind of BS, right? Kind of like the Nikola, right? The EV play Nikola of the EV space. Not exactly like that, but similar to that. Kind of a BSer, it seems. Those will obviously go away. I don't think MindMed is one of those. I don't think MindMed is a BSer. I think MindMed will pop at some point if there is a catalyst. Now, again, not financial advice, and this is a big if. If there is a catalyst, this whole thing could go to zero. The entire psychedelic space could potentially go to zero, rationally, reasonably. It's not like saying, oh, the tech space is going to go to zero, which is like, dude, what are you talking about? Why is the tech space going to go to zero, right? If you said that. But why? But the psychedelic space, I can make a plausible explanation as to why it could, why it would. There, I could make a plausible scenario in a future world scenario where, FDA doesn't approve it in 10 years, and psychedelics are gone for another generation or two, just like what happened in the '60s and '70s. So basically, you don't know the future. But I think the catalyst that will make MindMed pop and the psychedelic space pop in general is a significant movement in the FDA approval process. So when one of these companies reaches stage 3 clinical trials, or is it stage 1? Basically the last stage of clinical trials, that's a big catalyst. Next big catalyst is when the first one gets approved. Any psychedelic drug, not ketamine. I'm talking about the true psychedelics. And when any of these true psychedelics gets approved, big catalyst. So that's the second catalyst. Third catalyst for MindMed specifically is when MindMed reaches either of these, the last phase of the trials, and more specific, more intensely, more robustly. I mean, unequivocally, the catalyst that MindMed investors are looking for is the final FDA approval of MindMed to actually administer psychedelic drugs and therapies. So that would be an enormous catalyst. That'll come years in the future. Not now, not yet. Not now, not next year, not in 2024, I don't think. And so those are some major catalysts. Now the next major catalyst is profitability, but that's probably not going to happen until the end of the decade or next decade potentially, right? So there are a lot of risks. There are quite a few risks, and there are quite a few opportunities in this space. But I would say prudent long-term investors that actually believe in this space, like I do, right? That have a genuine interest in the psychedelic space beyond financial, right? Watch my previous videos to learn more. I think we're willing to wait. We're willing to wait quite a bit, and I think if we do wait, I think we'll be rewarded for it. Now, patience is key here. Patience and prudent risk management is key. They are key, these two items. So the catalyst may come, they may not come, right? There could also be negative catalysts on the negative side, like say Congress passes a law, or just the culture changes in the country, and it no longer seems like a realistic proposition that psychedelic therapies are going to be readily available in the U.S. So if that's the case, then that's a really negative, severely negative catalyst that will kind of wipe out any kind of hope in the market for a generation or two. But hopefully that doesn't happen.